Good morning, happy Thursday. It's a particularly rainy day, but for some of us that's a nice break. I've been thinking about why do we feel this pressure in Canada to squeeze so much excitement, entertainment, memories out of our summer. I think because it's short, but it adds this stress and pressure that I notice, especially if you're involved with social media, that I feel like we have to be more and more exciting, possible, awesome things. Especially when you have kids, you feel like you're obligated to create these memories. I saw a meme once that said, remember, we only have 18 summers with our children. And that number really stuck with me. It's a lot of, I'm going to keep using the word pressure, probably put on myself, to create memories so that when they're an adult and they're like, oh, remember this summer when I was 13 or whatever. Today there's two readings that, and anyways, where I was going with that is the rain gives you permission to withdraw, relax, do those things that you've been putting off because you feel you have to enjoy the sun. So two readings today I love. I'm going to read them in the opposite order because they just kind of match what I'm going to talk about today. Do the inner work so you can flourish. To grow as a person, you have to do inner work. That is learning about yourself and deciding who you want to be in the world so you can change what needs to be changed and evolve as a person, or maybe love what you have already. Good starting points are yoga, meditation, or anything that draws you into a state of focused contemplation about your life, that inward journey. Inner work involves asking yourself tough questions about what you value and how you wish to be seen in the world, or do in the world. You have to dive down into the muck of what you don't want to look at yourself in order to excavate your insecurities and fear. Only then can you deal with them. Sorry, my allergies are really bad. This acknowledgement begins your process of release and personal growth. So that might even mean every so often doing take a pad of paper, talk about where you are now, where you think you should be, what journey do you want to go on, is there something you haven't attained in your life? And I was thinking about that the other day. We watched the Anthony Bourdain movie. It was very interesting, but it was also very sad. He ended his life by suicide, and so I got thinking, what kind of things have I not still done in my life that if I died tomorrow, that I would feel regretful? And so that's something to look at your life. Am I on the path that makes me happiest? Am I on the path that makes me proudest? What am I missing in my life to flush it out? And so that leads me back to what I want to talk about today, release to relax. Often I encourage you to engage all the muscles to center and then release. And then engage, and I do this action often. If my lower back's sore when I lie down at night, if you clench your bum muscles, clench everything to center, so visualize even this mandala behind me, all of the muscles coming back to that center, engage, 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 and then release everything. I do that a few times, and the tension releases from my lower back. It brings blood flow to the areas that have been bothering you. Release to relax. By releasing tension, we find relaxation. Think about the ways in which tension manifests in your body: a tight jaw, a clenched back, a sore neck. Yoga can help release the physical discomfort resulting from stress and tension. We often talk about how tension in the shoulders and neck are a result of your vocation, your job. No, tension in the neck and shoulders are a result of what's happening in your mind and your heart. Tension in the lower back tends to be your vocation or your job. Yoga can help release the physical discomfort resulting from stress and tension. It's a powerful way to address the effects of sadness, anger, and anxiety in the body. The more we move, the better we shift the stuck energy, stiffness, and tension that we may have caused it. Join breath to the movement to do yoga so you release and relax. So bringing all the tools that we have together, everything coming to center, and then letting go. And we release muscularly and breath. So we're going to do some of that on the floor. Maybe we'll do a couple heart openers on the floor. We haven't done it in a while, where we release to tighten everything up so that we can open up this heart center of the body. Some people may think that's a bunch of new age hoo-ha when we talk about heart openers. They also are referred to as back bends. It's the exact same thing, but I like the focus that it's your heart that needs to be open. So come to the mat. I don't know why my music isn't playing. It'll be a quiet class today. And let me know if you never hear the music. I never know if it's too loud. Coming on your back, begin the process of releasing. Slowly lowering the bum to the mat and the back all the way down. Arms by your side, palms turned up. We'll take a few breaths here, and as you release, you're not only breathing out, you're releasing the weight of the body. So inhale, I notice the arch of my back really exaggerates, tailbone presses down, and as you exhale, release, and maybe your knees naturally fall open. What happens when you're not in the driver's seat? You're not controlling your every movement. Let's do this again. Inhale, exhale, release. Where do you feel your body finally surrendering and letting go? Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Now exaggerate it, maybe even roll your shoulders back. Chest rise, oh there, I felt a nice crack on my back. Exhale. Now I'm going to add a block. Let's actually do this. We're going to take our blocks, do our weird setup. I call it Stonehenge. The back block is on its highest elevation and it's going to support the base of my skull. The second block is on its middle elevation like a wall. That's going to go between my shoulder blades behind my heart. I start with my bum moving back. Move that block to between, actually it's, yeah, there. It's behind my heart, kind of if you wear a bra, that's where it does up. It aligns with the spine, and then I'm going to move this tall block to support the base of my skull. This creates a nice, relaxed environment for my neck. This may not feel relaxing at all. Arms are bent at the elbow. Pull the elbows in. Notice how it's immediately puffed up my chest, almost like fish pose. Let's take 3 breaths here. Feet are heavy, knees are still bent. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Try not to collapse the chin to the chest. You want the chin to slightly go to the ceiling so we're creating that curve in the neck. Inhale, 2. Pull the elbows in. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Let's let the knees flop open. Your soles might come together. I'm so tight on my hips, so this isn't my normal version of this pose. But we're in a variation of reclined goddess with a back bend. Inhale. Exhale. On the exhale, can you try to let those hips go a little further? Oh. And if they're not letting go, acknowledge the tension in your body. Think about what you did yesterday that created this tension. It's not a bad thing. Tension isn't always a bad thing. Maybe you did a lot of amazing gardening or something in your home. And then I'm going to close the legs, thighs together, knees together, but walk the ankles as wide as my mat. So now we're getting a tiny internal rotation of the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last variation, option to straighten your legs if that's okay in your back. I'm going to make them about as wide as my mat. My feet can either relax. Let's do 2 breaths, relax. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, spread the fingers. Press the nails down. Flex the feet. Press the back of your heels and Achilles and calves down. Same pose, different sensation. I don't feel there's a lot of space for letting go now, because I've engaged the core, engaged the glutes. Oh my gosh, everything's tight. Inhale. Spread the toes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And soften. To come out of this, I'm going to press my forearms down. Come on out. And now we're going to do another thing that helps with the lower back. The idea of engagement, especially the glutes and the sacrum, what I talked about earlier, how I help lower back issues. I'm going to walk my bum as close to my heels as possible. Feet pressed down, engage the glutes, and lift 1 or 2 inches off the floor. It doesn't have to be very big. Notice how many muscles had to turn on to lift you up. So thighs are tight, glutes are engaged, lift, lift, lift. Exhale down.
Maybe you want to try to go a little higher. Feet root down, engage the glutes, squeeze your inner thighs and glutes to center, and lift your hips a little higher. And then exhale down. Nice. We're trying to help strengthen the back body. And there actually is, by engaging everything center, all that blood flows coming to my sacrum, my tight lower back, and as I let go, it's almost like your body's being bathed on the inside with blood. Feet press down, hips rise, maybe your shoulders come under, maybe you're in a full bridge, maybe you take your block low, medium, or maybe I'll do high today. I haven't done this in a while. And I'm going to stay in a bridge, lift my chin slightly, 2 breaths. In, maybe massage the hip flexors. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Get rid of the block, release the bum all the way down. Let's take our knees into our belly, so the opposite of the bridge. And maybe you're going to instinctively rock in little boat, massage the back. Excuse me. Let's take our knees to the floor on the left, double leg spinal twist. Right arm opens to a T. I'm noticing some tightness in the hips and glutes, so maybe give a little massage from whatever you were doing yesterday. Maybe take your arms to a T. Back to center. Take those knees to the floor on the right. Left arm opens to a T. Back to center. Right leg in, left leg extends. Let's pause here for a moment. Feel what it feels like when you're not engaging anything. Everything's relaxed and then flexed. Relaxed and then flexed. Left hand takes right knee over, single leg spinal twist. Back to center. Left leg in, right leg extends. Flex and soften. Flex. When I flex, I'm engaging all the muscles down that right side. It's going to help my hips. Right hand takes left knee over, single leg spinal twist. Back to center. Little boat. And let's do some egg beaters. We want to help open the hips because there is that connection between tight hips, tight lower back, especially if you have a desk job. I've dramatically noticed as my desk hours have increased the last several months, and your hips feel the brunt of it. My body's not used to sitting at a desk. Knees are wide. Pause here. Or come into wide leg, double leg, wind relieving pose. Pull those legs in. Press the lower back down. Set up to happy baby. Sometimes the setup feels more exciting. Option to come into full happy baby. Rocking side to side. And I'm going to be resurrecting Literary Ladies Monthly Book Club as of September. Possibly August. Sheila Beck is moving soon. And I said I want to host one in August, have us all get together. So if you are interested in joining that book club, please let me know. Feet together, pause. Some people jokingly call it the wine club. Feet to the mat, knees out to the side. Recline goddess. What I love about our Literary Ladies monthly meetings is it's a time for women, especially if you are a doer, giver, and you never get a chance to do a social thing for yourself. It's that. That's very therapeutic. Female companionship, against my male students, is very important to the mental health. Yes, there's a book every month. Don't beat yourself up if you don't read it. Sometimes just we need the social piece. But it also brings up some amazing discussions that often have nothing to do with the book. And close your legs. legs in the air, and just let them dangle for a moment. We keep toying with that idea of tension and release. So this is a release pose, and you can even just, there is a pose called dead bug, where we let everything loose, 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 and then flex. And then loose, 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 and then flex. And then let the legs fall as wide as it feels good for a moment, relaxed or flex, whatever feels better to you on that inside, that inner line of the thighs. Some of you might be able to grab the toes. And then quickly knees to center, bring them together, shoelace, right over left, pull it in, flex. And switch, left over right. Shake it out. Roll it to your side, take a pause. And then coming back up. Let's come into extended child's pose, or maybe you prefer puppy today, whatever works for your back. Bum back, head down. And let's try extended child's pose, sliding the puppy, bum in the air. I'm going to come back one more time. Extended child's pose. Slide into puppy, chest to the floor, look forward, bum in the air. Probably one of the ugliest, least ladylike poses, but feels amazing. Okay, let's quickly do our cat, cow, toes tucked, looking up, cow. Engage the core, turn it to cat. Cow, cat. And you're going back and forth. We've been doing this with the spine, but this is not, I'm not using core. And then back to neutral. Let's look to the ankle on the left, and then slowly look to the ankle on the right. So we're doing a side-to-side bend of our spine. Side, side. Back to center, tuck the toes, and coming into forward fold. Let your head go. Arms by your side, rise up. Reach up, exhale, fold, swan dive. Half back, fold, plant, lower, sleeping cobra. Inhale. This time I really want you to focus on making it a bigger than a baby cobra. How do we do that? Engage all the muscles of the back body. So forehead down, palms press the floor, elbows hug in, engage, and lift your head. Press back, downward dog. Pedal. Right foot forward, left foot back. Rise, high lunge. Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. You're going to keep doing this. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Half back, fold, plant, however you lower down. Sleeping cobra. Exhale. On the next inhale, come into a bigger cobra. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Pedal. Left foot forward, right foot back. High or low lunge, whatever's working for you today. Hands release. Feet together, fold. Rise, heart center. Okay, let's keep going. Inhale up. Exhale, I'm ignoring you, fold. Half back, fold, lower. Sleeping cobra, inhale. Exhale, use the exhale to come into a really exaggerated cobra. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Right foot forward, left foot back. Rise. High lunge. Option arms up and down. Option the hallelujah. Or a little back bend. Hands release. Feet together. Fold. Rise. Heart center. Last side. Inhale up. Hopefully you're creating some heat. Exhale, fold. Half back. Fold. Lower. Sleeping cobra. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, chest off the floor. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward, right foot back. Press into that front foot, rise, and I feel my glutes doing the work there. Option to stay here, add an arc, or wide open chest arc. We're talking about opening the back.
Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. Oh, it feels amazing. What I love about the sun salutation is even if you didn't feel up for it today, it does wake you up. So the next few poses we're going to be working on are back bends or heart openers, and that's the Cobra series. I'm going to show you from the side. A lot of the work is happening deep intrinsically into my muscles and my body. You're not seeing it. Everyone's heart opener, back bend, Cobra. However, it's not important how high you come off the mat. It's important how engaged the muscles are and how mindful you are in that moment. So, coming to the mat. Everyone loves sleeping Cobra. Let's take our chest down, hands by your chest, elbows hug in, feet untucked. The lift action comes from the tops of my feet, pressing down, and so my front body can rise. If you have, a lot of you I know have issues where this untuck is uncomfortable, you can tuck, whatever feels better. And actually, let's try both. So we're first going to start untucked. Inhale 1. Exhale. Completely let go of the back body so that your flesh in the front of your body melts into the floor. Inhale 2. Pick up only your head. Can you leave your chest on the floor? Exhale. Inhale 3. If I engage my glutes and root my front body down, can you lift your chest a little higher? And exhale down. So it's that root, rise. I'm barely using my hands at all. Turn your cheek, windshield wiper. Now we're going to do the same variation but with toes tucked. One of these is you're gonna prefer. Head down, elbows hugged in, fingers spread, push the palms down. The more I bring my elbows and shoulders back, the more I'm opening my front chest, so I'm really benefiting this pose. Toes tucked, what happens to me is when I tuck my toes, my knees lift off. Pick up your head, leave your chest down, elbows in, option to go a little higher. So I'm feeling it's almost impossible with my toes tucked, just a different experience. And exhale down, turn your cheek the other way, windshield wiper. Okay, so you're choosing which one works for you. This time we are going to use our arms, our hands, almost like a Cobra you probably did at the beginning of the practice when you weren't aware of muscular engagement. Forehead down, elbows in, palms by my chest, legs together, tops of the feet pressed down. Lift up the chest. So this is not touching. If I want to exaggerate it, I'm almost in an up dog. This is a super big back bend. Squeeze the glutes together and lower back down. Another variation is let's come into seal or sphinx. Seal. Actually, we're going to start with sphinx. Elbows bent, elbows under the shoulders. That's going to bring the shoulders open. Spread the fingers, feet are rooted. Open your heart. Maybe this is it. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. And you know another variation of this is toes tucked. Lift up. Half plank. Engage everything. And I'm going to come down. Stack my hands, bend my knees, windshield wiper. From this pose, if you are feeling open and want to try this, hands are going to come diagonally to the outer edges of your corner, to the top of your mat. These are my flippers. This is seal pose. Like, ow, ow. Lift your elbows up. Option to walk your legs a little wider. Option to make your seal more intense by lifting up the chest. So I'm doing this, but you don't have to. Inhale 1, squeeze the glutes and glutes and glutes and glutes. Exhale down, stack your hands, windshield wiper. Let's do one last thing for our chest. So we're going to do locust, but actually we'll do it first without the strap, and then we're going to use the strap because it opens my upper body more. So for locust, hands to your thighs, Forehead down, keep your elbows off the mat. Keep your shoulders off the mat. Feet together, press the tops of the feet down. Inhale 1, exhale, shoulders back. Inhale 2, lift up your chest, shoulders back. Option to go a little deeper, you're lifting your chest up by engaging your glutes. Option to lift your flippers. Engage, lift, engage, lift. So that's the action. Nice. Exhale down. Engage, lift, engage, lift. Here's the lift. I want to take my strap now. Shoulders back. Oh. Lift, lift, lift. Come back down. Turn your cheek, windshield wiper. And let's do that one more time. Feet down, shoulders back. Maybe even leave your forehead down if you want to work on just the arms. Or add everything. Lift, lift, lift. And release. Forehead down, windshield wiper. Very nice. So for every pose, there's a counter pose. So in this pose, my body is like a smile. The opposite to a back bend of that kind would be child's pose or Sphinx. So I'm going to come my forearms, maybe stack my fists, leave my bum in the air. Option to go a little deeper. Option to come into puppy one more time. And come on out. Nice work. Those all are the beginning of a beautiful heart opening practice. Some of us might go a little further. The other one that we might do often that's more intense is actually, let's just come onto the floor. And I'm going to bring one hand behind me, then the other. We're not going to do full fish. Legs are together, feet are flexed, chest forward, and first my chest is forward, my chin is just in a neutral head. Then I want to start to roll the shoulders back and look up almost to where the ceiling and the wall meet. There's that where the trim would be. If you had traditional like dental work trim. Then maybe you puff the chest up more and you start to look at the ceiling. I'm looking at a pot light. And then maybe I look a little further depending on your neck, and maybe I go all the way back, shoulders back, back to neutral, undo. Awesome. To recenter ourselves, we're just going to come cross-legged for 2 breaths. Cross-legged or legs extended. Inhale 1. Exhale through the mouth. I'm going to do that 2 more times to kind of ground everything. Inhale 2. Exhale. And let's do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale. From here, you can do the same chest opening we just did without the legs extended. I'm going to come to neutral. So today I've pulled out some of the oldest cards I've had, and right away I got Ganesh, which I used to swear I had nightmares, but I'm going to read, what's this one? Oh, that's too sad. I'm not going to read that one. These are blessings. And blessings doesn't have to mean you're religious. A blessed idea. An idea manifests endless blessings, but you must act to bring the idea to life. This time is right. Know that the world is full of ideas floating around aimlessly until someone notices and breathes life into them. Now is your time to shine. Have faith. So that might fall into that idea of taking stock of your life. Is there something that you've always wanted to do? Maybe it's always been up here, but you need to put it out into the universe and put it on paper, and maybe it will happen. It will happen if you take action on it. When we bought this house, I was at an evening with some women having wine, and I showed them a picture, and I've just seen it. They encouraged the action to take part for me to sell my totally fine house and move here. So I needed that little nudge from my collective group at that point. So thank you so much for your effort. The good in me sees the good in you. Namaste.